Hello, my dear ladies. Thank you for taking the time to get the menopause education you deserve. I wish all women would get this education. If they did, it would change their lives for the better forever. I think of learning about menopause as taking pause for menopause. And that's precisely the title of this video. Take pause for menopause. Sometimes my interactions with YouTube viewers inspires the idea for a video, and this is one of those times. This particular video was inspired by women who request shorter videos that just get to the point. They don't want to take the time necessary to get an actual education on menopause. What they want is a quick fix. Of course, since you're a student here at Menopause University, you know that's not possible. But because some women have a quick fix mentality, they aren't aware of just how much there is to learn. And because we live in a world of sound bites, they're under the delusion that sound bites are all they'll need to successfully manage menopause. Well, that is a fatally flawed notion. And trying to learn what you need to know about menopause that way will be fatal for you. So let me explain why you should take pause for menopause. I have certain principles by which I live. They are my guiding lights. One of them is begin with the end in mind. This means that no matter what I do, I pursue every endeavor focusing on my ultimate goal. There are other ways to say this. Walt Disney said, when your values are clear, your decisions are easy. And in law, we say, keep your eye on the ball. All these quotes mean the very same thing. First, know your goals. Second, decide how you'll accomplish those goals. Women who want this menopause education quickly are not beginning with the end in mind. They are merely looking for a quick fix that can function as a band-aid for the things that concern them here and now. They are not focused on the big picture. They may not even be aware of the fact that there is a big picture. They may only know about perimenopause and completely ignore postmenopause. In other words, they may mistakenly think that menopause is just a temporary transition or blip in time and have no idea that it lasts for the rest of their lives. This is because you don't know what you don't know. And that's true before getting any kind of education on anything. So if you know nothing, why in the world would you tell the expert how to teach what you don't know? I know what you need in order to succeed with your menopause management. That's why I work so hard to give you this education in just the right order. I painstakingly pay attention to all the misinformation that plagues women. And I work through all the facts, being very careful to dispel all the misinformation along the way. But if you don't get this education in an orderly, complete manner, you will try to connect all your misinformation to the correct information. And that's an even bigger disaster than knowing nothing at all. By learning little by little, you enable your thoughts to linger. Lingering thoughts are wonderful. They make you ponder the logic in what you've learned. And logic is the real essence of success with any education. So to get the menopause education you deserve, you have to slow down. There's an activities vacation company called Butterfield and Robinson. They provide biking, hiking, and multi-active trips all over the world. Well, I'm a Butterfield junkie. I just love their trips. I've biked through Tuscany, Italy, the Dorne Valley, south of France, all over Morocco, and even Vietnam. And I've hiked through Poland, Slovakia, and Hungary with Butterfield. I know I'll continue to go on Butterfield trips as long as my arthritis allows. In any case, their slogan is "Slow down to see the world." And that's because you can see a lot more on a bike or on foot than you can from a car. Well, learning about menopause is the same. You will see and learn a lot more if you pause for menopause and get this education gradually and slowly. When it comes to your menopause, you're talking about the entire second half of your life. Let's see, that's about 40 or 50 years for most of us, or it should be if you do a good job preparing for it. That's a pretty big chunk of time. So why in the world would you expect to spend only a little bit of time preparing for it? There are no 5-minute preparations for the next 50 years. That would be like rushing to get ready for the rest of your life. So I take your menopause education very seriously, and you should too. I definitely should not take it more seriously than you do yourself. As long as you'll put in the time, I will give you the best menopause education ever. So if you give me just 0.5% of your time, I will give you half a lifetime. Getting a real education on menopause is like learning to read. To read, you first had to learn the alphabet, beginning with A and ending with Z. Then you had to learn how to combine the letters. After that, you had to learn how to sound out the letters when they appeared in various sequences to form words. Then you had to learn sentence structure, etc., etc. It was a big, long process. Well, you have to learn as much to understand menopause as you had to learn in order to read. And there is no way you can take shortcuts to learning. You know how teenagers are such know-it-alls? They act like they know everything when in fact they know nothing. Well, I've taught you that menopause is puberty in reverse. And women who think they know it all or know how to tell me how to teach it are geriatric teenager know-it-alls. So I will never cater to women who want me to get to the point or cut to the chase. I will always give you what you really need rather than what you think you need. And frankly, this is the only place where you'll get a real education on menopause. I am the first and the only menopause expert who has ever delivered an education on menopause to women. You'll find all sorts of people, forums, chat groups, and celebrities talking about it. But talking about it is not the same thing as learning about it, and it never will be. Nor will comparing your menopause with other women's menopause. You can compare all you want, and you still won't learn anything. Another source that will never give you the menopause education you need to successfully manage your menopause is sound bites. You live in a world full of sound bites, but sound bites are not education. More often than not, they are marketing or advertising. Do not shortchange yourself by settling for sound bites when you can have a real education. So I'm here to give you the menopause education you deserve, and I love delivering it. So please understand that there are no quick fixes. A quick fix on menopause will amount to a quick nix on your life. If you want a more efficient delivery of this menopause education, you have a variety of options that will still give you the entire education. You can buy my set of 15 webinars. As long as you watch them all in order, you will get a complete education. Alternatively, you can buy my set of 2 DVDs. Both the webinars and the DVDs are my entire 2-day menopause seminar. The only difference is that instead of being at the live seminar, you get it virtually. If neither of those options appeals to you, buy my book. My book will also give you a complete education. But you do need to read it from beginning to end in an orderly manner. There is no such thing as an education that comes from bouncing around from topic to topic in a disorderly way. And finally, if you want the quickest fix, just schedule a consultation with me at menopausetailor.me. A consultation gives you the overall education and tailors everything specifically to you. For all consultations, you will fill in a 17-page questionnaire with all your personal information. Then, I create a document giving you the overall basic menopause education tailored to your personal situation. And I send you the document 4 days before your actual consultation so that you have time to read it. All consultations are via video conferencing, so it doesn't matter where in the world you live. A consultation is the very best way to cut to the chase and get what you need right now. And afterwards, you can start with video 1 and watch all my videos in order without feeling like you're desperate to hurry through them. My goal is to provide this education to every woman, regardless of her learning style, timeline, or budget. Many of my YouTube viewers speak English as a second, third, or fourth language. These YouTube videos are deliberately slow, detailed, and playful so that all women can understand them. There are even preteens and teens watching my videos, and this makes me so happy. My big dream is for all women to get this entire menopause education in their 20s. Can you imagine a world in which all women had this education before the age of 30? Can you imagine your own life if you'd had this education before you were 30? If you have a daughter, do this. Tell your daughter that you want her to spend quality time with you on a weekly basis. And once a week, sit together and watch my videos. Start with video number 1 and watch them all in order together. I promise you that you'll be giving your daughter the gift of a lifetime. And when she's in her 40s and 50s and encounters menopause, she will know that you took the time to take care of her. It makes me very emotional to say or even envision this. And that's because I know the difference it will make. She'll know that you took pause for her menopause. Don't just tell her to watch these videos. Don't just tell her what you're learning in these videos. Don't just share your opinions with her. These things will not give her what she needs. They will merely reduce this education to the quick fixes and sound bites that never serve any woman well. Give her the gift of a real education on menopause. So let that thought linger. And I'll see you in a week when we'll begin our big unit on breast cancer. Bye.